YouTube fam, how y'all doing? TM Nation, how y'all doing? For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Tecmo. I appreciate you passing through. Today, we're gonna take a look at the Vista 2 True Wireless Earbuds by Jaybird. And believe it or not, guys, this was actually my first pickup from the company, but for a pair of exercise earbuds. These give you almost everything that you could hope for. These provide you with active noise canceling, a design that is pretty much life-proof. They're gonna give you some really impressive audio quality, and you also get good battery life. I've had my pair for a couple of days now, and I used them yesterday as my exclusive earbuds. I can tell you guys that in short, these are my new exercise earbuds. Hands down, I love these things. But that doesn't make them perfect, guys. There are a couple of areas where they don't quite hit the mark for me, and like I always do, I'll give you guys the good and the not so good throughout this video. But for the basics, as you saw in the intro, you get everything you would need to get the Vista 2s up and running. You get your user manual and documentation, a USB Type-C cable to charge the case, 2 different size sets of ear tips with the ear wings installed, and of course, your earbuds and the charging case. First, taking a look at the design of the case, I really like the way it looks. It does feel sturdy in the hands, and one thing that's dope about the total package here is both the earbuds and the charging case both have the weatherproof design. The earbuds are IP68 and the case itself is IP54. Again, that's really cool in my opinion. Most of the time the earbuds are the only ones that are weatherproof, but here the total package is. Overall, the case gets the job done for me. It's not too large to throw in a normal sized pocket, purse, or backpack, and it's also not overdone. All that you really have on the outside of the case is your Jaybird branding on the top, your USB Type-C charging port alongside your battery indicator lights in the front. You also have a small lanyard on the side of the case that you can use to hook it to something if you want to, or as a handle. I'm also extremely happy to report that you do have wireless charging with this case. I say in pretty much every earbud video that I do how important of a feature that is to me, so if that's a feature that matters to you as well, these have you covered. Battery life wise, you can expect to get about 8 hours or so on a single charge with the earbuds, but throwing the case into the mix, you can get about 2 more charges for a total usage of 24 hours. The Vista 2s also do feature quick charging, so only 5 minutes worth of charging will get you about an hour worth of use with the buds. Moving on to the design of the earbuds, I like the way they look as well. They kind of have a subtle look to them, but at the same time, they don't look cheap or flimsy. The combination of the ear tips and the ear fins really do a good job of keeping them planted in my ears, which is always a plus. For color options with these earbuds, I picked up the gray version, which really looks a little bit more like white in my opinion, but you also do have a black version and a blue version that are available. If you're looking for earbuds that do not stick out much, these are not terribly obvious, but if somebody's walking either behind you or coming directly towards you, they're probably gonna see them. But in the ears, they certainly don't feel like an obstruction or anything of that nature. They aren't overly large or overly heavy in my opinion. I was actually kind of surprised at how light they feel in general. With all of that protection, they don't weigh me down at all. I have worn them for a couple of hours at a time without getting any ear fatigue or anything like that. With the correct sized ear tips installed, they will give you a nice seal and some good passive noise canceling. As I mentioned earlier, these are using active noise canceling technology, which works well, and they also have a surround sense feature, which is basically a transparency mode. Now, like I said, the ANC that you get with these earbuds is respectable, but I'm telling you right now, it's not on the level of Bose earbuds, the AirPods Pros, or the new Sony earbuds. For me, these do a decent to good job of reducing sounds such as humming, light talking, and buzzing type noises. The surround sense feature also does work fine. I have found that if somebody is having a conversation within about a 3-foot radius of me, I can usually hear it pretty clearly. I did use them for exercise and they stayed in place really well. Even when I became sweaty, they never slid around or fell out of my ears. Here is where you want to make sure you have the correct sized ear tips and fins installed. The medium ones that come on the buds out of the box didn't provide me with the optimal fit, but once I switched them out for the larger set, the seal and fit were perfect. Concerning the leakage that you'll get with these earbuds, they are going to leak some sound. I would say they're about medium to high in terms of the leakage, but they do get plenty loud, so keep that in mind. But as always, I did take a sample for you guys to judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. For connection, pairing these to both my iPhone 12 Pro and my Galaxy S21 was a breeze. You can pair them through the Jaybird app, or you can do it by simply opening up the case and going to your device's Bluetooth settings. The connection is quick, and once you do that initial pairing, you'll be set for future uses. After that initial pairing, by the time I get the earbuds out of the case, they're already connected to my device. I also have not noticed any lag using these with either my iPhone 12 Pro, my MacBook, or my Galaxy S21. I've watched a few YouTube videos and a couple of movies through the Amazon Prime app, and everything seemed to be pretty synced up. Playback controls with the Vista 2s are executed by one physical button on each earbud. So for those of you that are not fans of touch controls, these will be just fine. They're also really responsive. I've had no issues getting them to pick up my feedback even when the earbuds were wet. Again guys, like I mentioned earlier, both the case and the earbuds here are waterproof, so I expected them to pass my water test without any issues. I did do my water test by spraying water all around the earbuds and the case. After I was done, both worked completely fine. Another plus that you have with these is compatibility with the Jaybird app. Through it, you can see the charge left on both your earbuds and the charging case. You can customize your playback controls. You can choose from Jaybird's built-in EQs or edit one to be your own custom EQ. You can also do other convenient things such as update your earbuds firmware and access your quick start guide. So specs and features out of the way guys, let me touch on the sound quality that you'll get with these because they have definitely impressed me. To my ears, the highs and mids that you get with these are very good. I can make out most of the detail in my music. Those background vocals and instruments come through just fine, and the bass is very impressive. I really like the way that these are tuned because the low end is deep and it will punch when you need it to. If you're like me, sometimes that extra thump from a nice bass line can give you the motivation and the push that you need to get through a tough workout. Overall, I'm really pleased with how these sound. They also get plenty loud, so I don't really have any gripes with the sound quality. Now, is it audiophile grade? Probably not, but on the other hand, most exercise earbuds that I've tried out focus on the fit, and the sound quality takes a backseat to the way that they feel in your ears. But I'm happy to report that doesn't seem to be the case with the Vista 2s. I think they covered all of the bases relatively well. Relative to the call quality, these have a total of 4 beamforming mics, 2 on each earbud, and I think they do a relatively good job of capturing clear speech. I have made a few voice calls using these earbuds, and so far nobody has complained about how I sounded, but I did take a sample for you guys to judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. So right now I have the earbuds paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how they perform for voice calls. All in all fam, like I said earlier, this was my first pickup from Jaybird. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm extremely happy that I gave them a shot. Now they are certainly not the cheapest earbuds out there at $200 retail, but I'm telling you they give you solid performance in pretty much every category. Of course, they are excellent earbuds for an active person, but at the same time, the comfort and the sound quality make these an extremely versatile pair of buds that you can use in just about every environment. But you have made it this far in the video guys. If you haven't already, please drop a like on it for your boy, as it definitely helps the channel grow and I appreciate it. Also, if this was your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing, as I drop at least one video on content just like this per week. But like I always say, y'all be safe, y'all stay positive, and most importantly, y'all have a great day. I'll catch y'all in the next one, but until then, it's your boy Tech Mo and I'm out. Peace.